Hey there, so I have all of the vowel teams and R control vowels and single vowels written out plainly and all mixed up in a stack. And I thought it'd be useful to go through each of them individually to sort of model the thought process that you want your child to go through when they're trying to identify what's the sound that I should try first when I'm reading these vowel teams or single vowels. So right here you got EA. These guys, they're walking through the park. Okay, so the first guy, he says his name, E. Okay, this is just the regular U. That's the little toddler, and he's taking his hands and he's going, because he wants to go up. But he doesn't know how to say up. He just says, because his mom is in front of him. And here we got the little O and the Y, and the O wants to be on the Y's skiing team because the Y is on the skiing team, but the Y is like, oh, we only allow boys to go on the skiing team. And then he asks the little girl, oh, are you a boy? And she says, oi, I'm not a boy. AW. So A is an apple, like we know before, and W is like, that apple looks good, but then he's gonna eat the apple. But when he goes up close to the apple is rotten, and he's like, oh, gross. That's awful. So the sound is ah, because the apple is old. Here we got the OW, and the W isn't very nice, and the O is the little baby, and then the W is like, I'm gonna pull her hair. So the W pulls the baby's hair, and what does she say? She says, ow. OA, these guys are walking through the park. So the first one says his name. So the first one says his name because he thinks he's so cool, and the second one's like, would you be quiet? So the first one keeps saying, oh. Right here, same idea as before. This is the boy on the basketball team. This is the little cute kid who wants to join. There's a little girl that wants to join the team. And the I, and she says to the I, can I join your team? And he says, only if you're a boy. We only let boys go on the team. Are you a boy? And she says, oi, I'm not a boy. So the sound is oi. Right here, these guys are walking in the park. What happens? First guy says his name, and this one, she says, oh. This is the little basketball player. He's trying to get the ball in his net, and he's trying to get it in. He says, as he tries to get the ball in the net. Right here, you got the apple again and the U, and the U's like, ooh, I'm hungry. I see that apple. I'm going to eat that apple. But he gets close to the apple, and the apple is old and rotten. And he says, oh, you smell awful. So the sound is ah. This is the little Eddie. E. What's his name? Eddie. What's the first sound of Eddie? Eddie. The sound is Right here, AY. These guys are walking in the park. So the first guy says his name. He says, my name is A. This is the little baby. What do you say when you see a cute baby? You say, aw. So the sound is ah. UE. These guys are walking in the park. And the U is like, I'm so cool. My name is U. So the sound is U. OR. Okay, so this one, the R is like, I'm gonna scare the baby. But then the baby is sleeping so soundly, and so the R says, am I gonna scare the baby? Or maybe I won't. So the sound is or. Also works, you think, or it kind of works like, or you put them together and that makes sense. Okay, right here we got the little apple, single vowel sound. The apple, what do you say when you're eating a big apple? You open your mouth wide and you go ah. So the sound is ah. Here we got the ER. The R is trying to scare the E. So the R goes up to the E and he says, so he's growling. So all he does is say, so you don't really hear this sound. It's just, Same thing with this one. This is the R control vowel. The R is trying to scare the U. So the R says, trying to growl at the U and scare the U. Right here we got AI, another walking team. So they're walking in the park and the first vowel says his name, A. IR, same as before. R is trying to scare the I. We don't hear the I, all we hear is growling. IE, this one here is walking in the park. So the first guy says his name, I. And AR, this one's tricky. I just call this the pirate sound. So how do you say, what does a pirate say? R. OU, again, the U pulls the O's hair. It's not very nice. And the O says, ow. So the U and the W are the culprits. They're the ones that are not very nice and they pull the hair of the O. So this is ow. Also, in general, with kids, if they have a vowel team or even a vowel in isolation and the sound, the short vowel sound doesn't work, I just say, try saying its name, and that oftentimes works. I forgot to do the regular single vowel king E ones, but again, for A, E, I, O, U, if king E says, what is your name? Or pushy E, you're going to say the name of those vowels, A, E, I, O, U. All right.